The guy said what? That is the best. I'll finish you like Fudon Sawani. Onatera kutukange nkoko, natera kukuba chioko, jagarangu kubengato. Hey,
this y'all mayor.
So,
Y'all mayor.
Wabula, you're talking too much, but I know you missed a bullet.
Uh-oh. That's your mayor. Mamdani back in the news. Feel sorry for New York. God, please bless New York. Bless the whole America. Bless everybody, man. Shouts out to God one time like we always do it. And as you can see the title, Mamdani kind of he's stirring up the pot a little bit. Just a little bit. He's stirring up the pot. Cause he already got he got the sheriff in Florida who's the sheriff in Florida is telling the NYPD, come on down here, man. We got a home for you. We got a home for you down here in Florida. Down here in Florida. Let's see what they talking about.
New York City's incoming mayor Zoran Mamdani's past comments slamming the NYPD has officers worried about their future in the Big Apple. But one sheriff in Volusia County, Florida, is opening the doors of his department to New York's finest. Quote, to my NYPD friends, if you want to come to work in an organization that is cutting edge, innovating every day, a place where you're appreciated by the community and supported by the elected officials, then check out the Volusia Sheriff's Office and take a look at how we're getting the job done. Joining me now is that Volusia County Sheriff.
Hey, that sound like you tired of your producers dancing in the videos? You tired of your producer on TV more than the rapper? Come to death row. You feel me?
Sheriff Chitwood, thank you for joining us. So, have any NYPD officers taken you up on that offer?
We have not yet, and thank you for having me. But you know, our Governor DeSantis, passed a House bill a couple of years ago that's out there for any law enforcement agency that wants to come to Florida. $5,000 signing bonus. There's tuition reimbursement for your children going to school. It pays for your academy fees. It is one of the most comprehensive bills in the country. Check it out. I mean, why should you work for a mayor who's not going to support you, who's all about socialism, who's all about anti-Jew, he's anti-cop? Why would you work in a climate like that when you can come somewhere here, in particular my office, be welcomed with open arms, and really, really make a contribution to a community that wants you here?
What is your reaction to Mamdani's past comments about the NYPD and the fact that he is not apologizing to them publicly, but saying that he's going around to NYPD officers individually and apologizing them face to face in a way that cannot be fact-checked?
Yeah, you can't walk those statements back. You can't change your DNA. That the cops are responsible for all the ills in New York. We're going to empty out the jails. We're going to defund the police.
We don't need an investigation to know that the NYPD is racist, anti-queer, and a major threat to public safety. We would need to defund the NYPD. He said that back in 2020. And then let's see, we need to elect a socialist city council to defund the NYPD. There is no negotiating with the institution this wicked and corrupt. Defund it, dismantle it, end cycle of violence. This is clearly telling y'all what he want to do. And he just went on the Breakfast Club talking about let's get it clear. I'm not here to defund the police. I'm gonna pull that clip up too. But you're gonna fund the police, and then you want to get the criminals out of the prisons. No police, release the criminals. What you think about to happen in New York? We finna see a worldwide lawlessness. You go always hear me say lawlessness because I see that's what it's coming to. Like the Bible said, in the end times, it will be lawlessness.
Work out a couple of years ago. Have we not learned that this defunding thing creates chaos, emptying out the jails, no bail. At what point in time?
I just said that.
People need to realize this is horrible. People are going to die. Businesses are going to close. I just know I've worked with the NYPD, especially here as the sheriff. We work with a lot with the NYPD when it comes to extraditions and cross-state investigations. They are the finest in the country, the finest in the world. There's an opportunity here to start a new life.
Okay,
you know, I was a Philadelphia cop for 18 years before I left. And it was the greatest thing in the world. I love Philly. I love being a cop there.
Right.
But man, coming here, it's been completely different.
It's just different.
Can't blame him.
So NYPD Commissioner,
I would be on that flight first
really
thing
credited with
if
getting
I was a cop in New
solid
York.
handle on the crime crisis in New York City. And Mamdani says that he is going to reappoint her to that position. And there is some reporting that she said that she would work for Mamdani. How do you think that dynamic, what do you think that dynamic will be like between these two people?
I think I'll fall back on an editorial I read by former Commissioner Bill Bratton. If the mayor allows her to do her job and allows her to give advice and counsel, and he realizes he has a very special police commissioner, then that relationship could work. But, you know, who's he going to surround himself with? How much autonomy is she going to have? Are they going to take discipline out of her hand and put it in the hand of a civilian review board? That'll be disastrous. Yeah. Are they going to cut her resources where she's not able to deploy and do the miraculous things she's doing in reducing crime? That's going to tie her hands. So there's a lot to be said. And I think he's proven he was one person on the campaign trail. He's a completely other person when he got into power. That one statement about what's next, to me, I took that as, does that mean that's the first step toward we're going to become a socialist country?
Yep.
So it's concerning.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. And when it comes to Jessica Tisch, if she isn't allowed to do her job, we'll have to wait and see. Maybe she'll make that same transition you did from a blue city to Volusia County, Florida. And I'm sure that the invitation is open to her as well. As
That's your boy. That's your boy.
What?
It's your boy.
The guy said what? And he's the best. I'll finish you like Fudon Sawani.
He contradicted.
Natera kutukange nkoko, natera kukuba chioko, jagala nkukube ngato. Hey, Sisoko, Sisoko. Oliwa, let's get together. Oliwa, let's get together. Oliwa, let's get together. This thing was up forever.
Ah, Wabula, you're talking too much, but I know you missed a bullet.
That's your boy. That's your boy. Y'all voted for him. And not only is he sending the NYPD somewhere else, he's stirring the pot with Trump. You heard after the speech how he came for Trump. So let me see what Trump got a response to him. Let me see what Trump talking about, y'all.
In Miami after President Trump delivered an economic speech here to the America Business Forum. Mr. President, thanks for being here. I want to talk to you about New York City real quick. You're a New Yorker. You famously kind of had a fight with Ed Koch back in the 70s and 80s as he was a mayor. He obviously wasn't a democratic socialist, as you call the mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani a communist. But is there any part of you that looks at Mamdani and says, it is good for you politically to have a big foil there that you're going to talk about for the next 3 years?
You know, I'm so torn because I would like to see the new mayor do well because I love New York. I really love New York. When I left New York for Washington, New York was doing really well, but there were some bad signs. The bad sign was a guy named de Blasio. So the signs of de Blasio, that was the beginning, and it was bad. This one, we're going to look. For 1,000 years, communism has not worked. Communism or the concept of communism has not worked. I tend to doubt it's going to work this time.
Did you see his victory speech?
It's literally never worked. Yeah, I thought it was a very angry speech, certainly angry toward me. And I think he should be very nice to me. You know, I'm the one that sort of has to approve a lot of things coming to him. So he's off to a bad start.
At one point, he says, turn the volume.
He off to a bad start for show.
Up.
So hear me, President Trump, when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us.
How do you respond to that? Does that affect anything you're going to do? As
It's a
in,
very dangerous statement for him to make, actually. And, you know, you talk about danger. I think it's a very dangerous statement for him to make. He has to be a little bit respectful of Washington, because if he's not, he doesn't have a chance of succeeding. And I want to make him succeed. I want to make the city succeed. I don't want to make him succeed. I want to make the city succeed. And we'll see what happens.
did you see reaching out to him?
I would say he should reach out to us, really. I think
Right.
he should reach out. I'm here. We'll see what happens. But I would think that it would be more appropriate for him to reach out to us.
So speaking of
I
reaching,
don't know who dog think he messing with. I don't know. This for Mamdani. You better respect America, boy. Even though you ain't from you better respect America. Better respect my president. I don't know what you talking about.